Hi, guys. Welcome to the Batch Watch podcast. I'm Julia.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Pierre. What's up?
We are missing
Alicia.
We miss you, Alicia.
It's okay.
Round of applause for AK-47.
Hey.
Love you, girl.
It's okay. Everyone's missing one week or the other, but
Yeah.
we're getting down to the nitty gritty. No pun intended, since it was fantasy suite.
Oh, yeah.
Fantasy suite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Fresh linens in the before they walk in. Messy when they walk out.
Oh. I think, okay, so can we call this right now? It's safe to say he, fantasy suited all three of them?
I'm not going to say that Rachel was 100% for two reasons.
Agree.
You
I
think?
agree.
I'll tell you why.
Really?
Two reasons.
Well,
Two
Rachel's
reasons.
the first one, so let's get into her.
Yes. At least the first one they showed. Sneaky guys.
Yeah, they've been sneaky.
Yeah. So two reasons. Number one, just pure pain. Pure pain. You know, if she's in real pain, she might not just stay off me right now. You know what I mean? You never know. You know? You never know. It just didn't seem. It seemed very. I don't know. It seemed breakup-y in the morning. I'm sorry. It just did. It seemed very breakup-y.
Yeah, I agree.
Which I think it's gonna have some advantages, but we'll talk about that. But the second reason why is just rate her glow. To me,
Yes.
it was.
Oh,
You know what I mean? I don't know. There's
I
a
got
certain
the same
glow.
vibe.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it was like a 4 glow.
Yeah.
All right, we slept next to each other. We talked. It's great. But, we weren't into I don't know. I could be wrong.
I agree. I
Yeah.
got that vibe of hey, we didn't actually do the deed.
Yeah.
But you could
You
tell,
never know, though. I mean,
Yeah,
he
you
probably
never
was like,
know.
oh, let's go. But
but you
I-
could tell with
she-
the other girls, well, especially Daisy, they for sure did.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
Kelsey, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Kelsey.
Daisy was
Sure.
into it the whole day. But we'll get into that.
Yeah. So wait,
I mean-
your final. You think that they sweeted in the suite?
Rachel?
Yeah.
And, I don't know. Maybe it was one of those pity. I feel, or I think maybe in her. So, first of all, blame the producers again. Why are they out here doing daredevil dates on the final 3?
Yeah.
They're sitting here jumping off cliffs. I would have done that, but it's
Well,
your
you're
final
assuming that
3.
they've done the research. I'm not gonna hit my face on anything.
How did that even happen? She hit her.
I think it might have just been the water,
hitting her face?
her jaw or something. I don't know.
To me,
but-
whenever she was saying I felt bad about it, it kind of made me feel like there was some user error involved. Maybe she did something silly or she tried to do something that they're like, no, don't
Something,
do it, and she hurt
maybe.
herself.
She's a nurse though, right? Shouldn't she know to feel her face and be like, "Oh, it's
know.
not broken"? I don't know. Is she? She's a
That's a
nurse.
good point. That is a very good point.
But she kept saying, "I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't need to go." He's like, "No, we're going to the hospital." Maybe in his way, he's like, "Finally,
Yeah. No.
got her
I-
out of here." No,
I will
I'm
say,
kidding.
being in
No
a
worries.
Mexican hospital is
I can't even laugh. My lips are.
That's hilarious, Jay. But no, look, in all seriousness, there's something there. He let go of a lot of girls for Rachel.
Yeah.
If we really, really get down to the nitty gritty, a lot of these women probably, look, this might be unfair, but women that I am personally more attracted to and fantasy suite for Rachel. So there's something there.
yeah.
I think it's just because she's the easy no. She was the first one that they showed, and it's history in Bachelor history. The first person on Fantasy Suite Week is never chosen.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I saw a research thing on it, and I kind of looked back and dug into it, and I was like, "Oh, you're right. The first person is never
Wow.
chosen."
Dang.
So Rachel, goodbye.
Whoa.
You were she's the obvious no. I'm sorry.
I agree. I think she's gonna be gone next week.
Yeah.
Or, whenever they show it. But
Yeah.
I will say this whole season, I was like, what do we all thought that? What does he see in her? What does he see in her? This date, for me showed. I'm like, okay, maybe they do have a connection. Whereas the editing and the all the other episodes, I couldn't see it, but I actually did see it in this episode. Now,
How, why?
I don't know. I saw their connection a little bit more, but I don't think it's wife worthy, but I think that they had a little bit of something, but
I'll buy that. I think there's some
Yeah.
best friend stuff going on there.
Okay.
Where he can no, for real.
Yeah.
He felt like he could be quirky and do the weird things, which you can do with your partner, of course, and you should, right? But
Yeah.
that was his thing is I have this with her that I don't have with the other girls. I don't know.
Right.
It didn't seem like they sweeted the sweet, and
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, he does say that He says, I'm different with Rachel than the other women with
Yeah,
my
because he probably
jokes.
hates her. I don't know.
With my jokes and
You know.
banter. So maybe you're right. It's more of like best friend vibes, friend zone.
Yeah,
So,
friend zone.
Yeah. Which, if that's true, let's just say hypothetically, they have this conversation. He has a conversation with the producers, call it 3 weeks ago, right? And he's like, guys, I know who
Yes,
like,
that's
one or
what I
two,
think
right?
it
I
is.
know who one or two are.
Keep one.
And then they're
that's a
like,
no.
okay, then let us kind of say like, this is what's best for ratings. And I always think like when they're in that position, who do they want to show respect to in terms of taking them far, saying that they're good people, and then highlighting them as long as possible? And also, who are they not okay hurting, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I hurt you here, it's going to be a lot less damaging if like, oh, I was really crazy about Maria.
Yes,
I'm going to take her
I
farther,
agree.
hurt her harder when it's like, oh, Rachel's not going to be that hurt. She never felt like she
Exactly.
was the one anyways.
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, that's unless they're trying to set Rachel up to be the Bachelorette, which I don't think so. But why drag her
No
along
way.
that far? Who knows?
The
I
back
definitely
tattoo
think it's
as the
gonna-
Bachelorette. No.
Okay. I
It's
will
definitely
say
gonna be
something.
one of Kelsey or Daisy. It
I
has
will
to be.
say something about that back tattoo. My mother hates tattoos, and I got a text from my mom that said her back tattoo is actually pretty, and I don't like tattoos. I was like, Mom, that's going to be a no for me, dog.
Hey,
for me,
there
dog.
might be some symbolism to it,
Yes.
but we don't know that, so
Aren't
we're
they
not.
called
We'll just have to.
Back in my day, they were called tramp.
It's right
tramp
if it's
stamps?
right.
Lower,
All right, look,
yeah.
if it's right, if it's in the if it's in the dimple area, then it's a tramp stamp. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. If it's like that's like the high.
It was lower, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no,
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 it's
no.
on her
It's like
spine.
yeah, it's like on her spine. Like I said, we don't know the symbolism, but anyways, I was just making a joke. The back tattoo Bachelorette.
I'm gonna quote. Let me quote. What's her name? Kim Kardashian. You're not gonna put a sticker on a Ferrari, baby.
Oh my
I
gosh, that's so funny.
you know what? I hate to say it. I agree with Kim. But
So you don't like girls with tattoos? Then is that what you're
no,
saying?
that's not what I'm saying. I said
No, I'm genuinely asking.
No, and I'm being real with you. A girl that has tattoos, I'm not gonna not rule out a girl that has tattoos. I don't like tattoos.
Yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So like there's a lot of stuff I do that a woman wouldn't like, but that doesn't mean they don't like me.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it, but it's just not like if it has symbolism though, that's why I brought it up. I know a lot of girls that have tattoos that have symbols on them with them.
Yeah.
Even my mother, she went to pilgrimage. She has a cross right
Yeah,
here.
my mom has that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
So like if it's something like
Yeah.
that, I can appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right.
If not, just to mark your body, I agree. I mean, you don't put a bumper sticker on a Ferrari, is that what you said? So,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. And also the whole thing that they're doing with I'm kind of confused because I thought they were going to do his family. Is that next week,
They-
final two?
They
think
always
that's
do
the
final
finale.
Final two.
The
Yeah.
finale.
They're
yeah.
bringing in the Golden Bachelorettes, which I love. I love them, but why? It's just so random. Can you imagine being in this position? I'm trying to figure out if I love this guy, and then you have these random ass ladies. Oh, I was in your position. I'm 66, and I'm like, cool, dude. I'm
Yeah.
good. I don't know who you are, but
So here's my question. Like normally
They're
after
setting it
the
up.
after the final rose, I don't remember after the final rose being with 3 women left. I always thought it was just the 2. And if the final rose is next week,
yeah,
then that means they're doing it on purpose. Where like,
something happened.
yeah,
Or
something
you
happened,
mean
or
women
maybe
tell all? Or
No.
or
No,
Oh,
after
yeah,
the
yeah.
final rose is always the final two.
after the final rose is like after.
you're right.
Yeah.
I meant woman tell all.
Yeah.
I meant woman tell
Mhm.
all. I'm sorry. So the woman tell all. So do you think during the woman tell all next week they're going to tell us who? That probably is what they're going to do.
No, I think they're going to announce the Golden Bachelorette because
Okay.
For
that's
sure.
more recent. They announced that it's happening. They probably already filmed it or are filming it. So I think they're going to announce who it is. And then I think at the tell all, or no. So after the final rose, I think they're going to say who the next Bachelorette is.
Yes, that's what they usually do. Yeah. But I think
So-
you're right. They were kind of setting it up to announce the Golden Bachelorette because
Yeah.
they brought those 3,
Okay.
literally flew those 3 women to
Exactly.
Mexico.
So it's one of them 3.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
I did kind of actually like it because it did give them someone to talk to because they besides their producer, because they don't have their girlfriends anymore. They're in their own
Sure.
rooms.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it gave them kind of like a mother figure.
Yeah.
To
A lot of
talk
times I do
to.
that with Chris or Jesse. But
Mhm.
you're right. I do. I get it, but I know what you're saying. It's like a little overkill. It's filler.
Right.
It's filler. We didn't even get a
Filler.
rose
Yeah.
situation in this
Yeah.
episode.
I was so mad.
So it's like give us some boom at the end.
Yeah, I would like a conclusion to
Mm-hmm.
instead of a cliffhanger, instead of filling it with that nonsense. But the two of the Golden Bachelorettes were great. The one, as we
Susan
know,
and Sandra, which I
Yes.
loved. I don't know if you guys watched Golden Bachelor, but they
I
were
didn't,
great.
but I'm starting it. Yeah.
They were great. And then we have Miss Leslie who came in for Kelsey's. Leslie, if you guys don't know, was the final two. And everyone, including me, was like, okay, Leslie's for sure going to be chosen. And then they said Teresa, who Jerry picks, something happened in the suite. They claim it was like her sex or something. I don't know, but I think it was money related.
Okay.
And he picks Teresa over Leslie. So the whole world was like, oh my God, what the heck? So Leslie, I think, is still, salty about not being chosen. So she's like brushing it off on Kelsey, where she's like, I was the shoo-in. Everyone thought it was me. And then
I might be the dissenting opinion here. I might be.
What do you mean?
Look, if she's just being real, like this guy, I had this moment of watching the show, which happens to me every fantasy suite. Every time I watch one, I'm like, this guy is being straight, like provocative on TV in front of the whole world, and then your wife, whoever you're supposed to marry, is gonna see this. So it's like Kelsey watches this, right? How do you think Kelsey's dad feels watching that yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he's gonna say, yeah, you're my son now. Like there is conflicting opinions, and all she's saying is that he could tell you every single thing. At the end of the day, it ain't shit till you get the final rose and you get the ring. And I know what you guys are saying. She definitely dampened the mood, but it's a credit to Kelsey for making the most out of the situation, even after hearing that.
Yes.
And she also didn't. She didn't like bash Leslie at all. She could have. She could have said. She could have said, "Hey Leslie," I know I'm ranting. She could have said, "Hey Leslie, thank you, but I know my man and I know what I feel with my man." But no, she took it in. She was real with her, and she gave her advice that she would have wanted to hear from her mom.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my soliloquy.
Soliloquy.
I like that they got to like kind of bond over the fact that they did lose their mothers too. So that is I like that she was like, your mother would be so proud of you and this and that. I know we're moving into Kelsey, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm good to
I like
get over
that.
Rachel.
We're here. Yeah, we're here.
I'm good on Rachel. Rachel, there's nothing there. We know she's not it. So
See you on Paradise.
I know. Rachel.
not even. She was boring. I'm sorry.
Rachel,
I'm sorry.
I agree. I'm over Rachel. I did actually see like their tiny bit of connection this episode, but that was it. The whole season, everybody was like, what is she doing here?
Yeah.
But I do feel bad saying stuff about her, but hey, it is what it is.
I don't know,
we're not-
guys. Kelsey and Joey, that chemistry, them on the boat, like their day, even the morning after the suite, they had so much chemistry going on.
Yeah.
Them making out on the countertop, I was like, okay, guys, like get into it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I don't know.
It was a live fire, and
Yeah.
to me,
Very.
a live fire. And I think like one thing, Kelsey, she's been saving that ponytail vibe because she looked
my gosh. She looked
She
unbelievable
looked great.
this entire episode.
She
I'm
looked
like,
great.
looking at her. I'm like, when did you become a supermodel?
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
you said
honestly.
you said that last week, and I was like, wait, the last few episodes, her outfits have been fire.
Yes.
Her like just her whole look. It's getting better. Even the white t-shirt with the blue
Yes.
skirt, I was like, she looks so cute.
Marry
I
me
like-
vibes for real. Like she looked great.
Maybe it was on purpose, where
Yeah.
they just kind of in the beginning left her and then they saw she was getting more and more, with Joey and they saw their connection. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So no,
And it
I
is all her clothes. They bring they bring their own clothes.
sure.
so-
Well, I'm telling you right now, like maybe it's her energy, maybe it's her confidence. I don't know what it is, but she is glowing
Yeah,
right now.
she was
So
glowing.
she's absolutely stunning. So I can see the physical side. And we don't, you never judge a book by its cover, but they look great together.
They do.
You know what I mean?
They
look great
match.
together.
They like really look good together. So.
Yeah. Her vulnerability. Sorry, go ahead, Nicole.
No, and she looks so pretty without makeup too. Like when she
Yeah.
woke up in the morning with her like cute little lacy pajamas and stuff with no makeup and her hair just naturally
Yes.
curly. I'm like, you're so beautiful just without
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
So,
this is the most natural relationship for me. I felt like her vulnerability in these past couple episodes of basically saying like, I'm right here with you. Like the position of the Bachelor, it seems so glamorous. It seems that everybody wants you, but like at the end of the day, like you had you're like, think about the pressure of, I have 30 amazing women
Yeah.
and I have to, and if I don't make this work, I'm literally the most undateable. Like,
Man on the
like what
world.
happened? You know, like
Right.
literally what happened,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So for him, there's a lot of pressure. So her giving him that confidence of like, no, like, I see you, I'm falling, and it's like it's not a clout fall.
Well, she said, I love you.
yeah.
She straight up told him, I love you. And he said, I am falling in love with you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Which
First one of
he
the
said,
season.
he said it to Daisy too, which blew
Yes.
my mind. I'm like, oh my God, you don't say that to both girls.
Yeah.
Joey, what are we doing?
That's how they justify it. Falling.
Falling instead of
Yeah.
actually,
I'm
I
in
love
love.
you.
But she she skipped a step, and then he even made a
She-
comment about it. He's like, no, I'm in love with you, Joey, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I love
Yes.
this.
His face was so cute when she said it too.
I had stomach pains the whole time. I was like so nervous. I'm like, no.
But
So
I do, back to what you were saying, Pete, like I loved that she kind of validated him with his position as the Bachelor. She was like, hey, I understand that, like, hey, it's hard for me to be this vulnerable with you. But I can't even imagine being in your position where you have to be vulnerable with all these women
mhm.
all
Yeah.
the time. And that must be so emotionally draining and exhausting. So I love that she
Yeah.
said that to him.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite things to do is when I'm wrong or my opinion changes, I like to highlight it because I like to be a person of my word and I think things for a reason. There's a reason, logic behind. So I always last week, or I think it was last week, where I said, like, when I watched Daisy, I said, this is his wife. I'm gonna switch up. I'm gonna be inconsistent. Yeah, I'm gonna be inconsistent. I'm switching to Kelsey. Half this episode and half that cringy fucking music video that was
If you have not seen it, apparently Miss Daisy was in a little music video that we found.
it was not flattering.
How did you find that?
That was
Who found that?
A young lady that we talk about Bachelor. I know I cheat on you guys with the Bachelor talk with a couple girls,
Dang.
but she sent it to me. But here's the thing: before I sent it back to her, like responded to her, I was like, "Oh, I have to send this to."
that was wild.
I literally didn't even answer her. I just like copied it and sent it.
I never took Daisy as a music video girl. Ever.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, where did that come from?
we were just laughing, just thinking like Joey seeing it and being like, "Fuck, I miss Kelsey." Like I left Kelsey for this.
The
Like
bucket hat in that too. I'm just like, it's
I think you
cringe.
need to figure it out.
I think they must have seen that. Producers must have seen that before.
Yeah, they do their homework, but like at the end of the day, she's not telling him about it. Like, oh,
Yeah.
who knows if that's her boyfriend or her ex-boyfriend?
Ugh.
But if it is,
Bro,
imagine telling
ugh.
Joey like, oh, is this guy I dated? And he's like,
I want to be artist.
yeah.
Sick.
I still love Daisy. Don't get me wrong, but I
No,
think-
we all
yeah.
like we all do
Yeah.
things. When we're kids. If
What
I
did you
fall,
say? You're like, that's why she has friends with a man bun, and that's why she's friends with dudes.
I was
with
like, the man bun makes much more sense now, does it not? Like that's the
Yes.
crowd that she rolls with.
Yeah.
And like we didn't get that. We got they sold. Here's the thing.
They
They
sold
sold
it.
What
as
did they
like a
sell us? They sold us on
Hallmark.
America's Sweetheart.
Yes.
Girl next door.
When
Yes.
she's really stoner kid next door.
I mean,
Hey.
maybe Joey's into that. Who
No. There's nothing wrong with it. Just don't give me one thing. Don't
And
give me
then
an
we
apple and
see
tell me
another.
it's an
Yes,
orange. You know?
sure.
Yes.
If that's who she was from the beginning, then that's fine. And look, you can be part of both. I'm a rapper, but you'll hear me listen to country music 90% of the time. You can be both. Just don't sell me one
What
thing
even
and tell me it's
genre
another.
was that? I'll put like a little clip right here.
It was
somewhere.
hip hop. It was hip hop.
I don't know what it was. It was terrifying. I was
Oh my
scared.
goodness.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So
Not-
super
not fun.
cringe.
Yeah,
but
very
I mean,
cringe.
Daisy, we still love you.
Yeah, we do.
But we're gonna roast you for that one.
Yeah,
For sure. We
Yeah,
have
you
to.
got you got anything you put out there in the ether, we can find. So.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind. Digital footprints, guys. Digital
Yeah.
footprints.
None of my stuff when I was a kid comes out.
Oh yeah, no.
None of those.
Some of it, I hope it does. Honestly, some of that shit was fire that I put out when I was a kid, but I can't find it.
I back to Kelsey though too. I did not. I kind of stopped when he said he's like, I know this love is going to continue to grow, and I was like, okay, well, you mean you're keeping like she's not going home? Like that's a little spoiler.
Okay,
because-
here's my thought. I think they're trying to sell us on that Kelsey is the automatic pick because of all of this. And on top of putting her with Leslie, maybe Joey said something to the producers like, oh, Daisy's my number one, whatever. And they paired her with Leslie because it's just too it's too perfect fitting, right?
Yeah.
Leslie was the second pick. You know, Leslie was for sure the pick that everybody thought, and we're all thinking, oh, it's definitely I can't talk Kelsey right now. Maybe
Yeah.
it's all being set up to be that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
they're
have a
editing
theory.
everything for a reason.
Yeah.
There was,
Yeah.
I think, an edit that we saw last week that he called Kelsey first, but it was actually Daisy because she already had a rose.
Yes.
So maybe they're trying to make us think, oh, Kelsey's the pick, but something's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
In the editing too, like I did not like how they did this, where he was kind of opening up to and saying his biggest fear is not being chosen and someone kind of piecing out in this thing, and then she's the one who
She's the one who's
so
yeah.
I'm like,
why are we self-sabotaging? First of all,
yeah,
for no reason.
And she's the one, like, when he was saying all the, like, opening up and saying all that stuff to her, she was very reassuring. Hey, I'm here for you. But at
Then
the same
flip-flop.
time, gets in her head later
Yes.
when she's alone in the room and sends that note.
Yeah. So my theory here is he said in interviews, right? I think with the Chicks in the Office or whatever podcast he was on, he was like, I'm pretty sure what has happened to me has never happened before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I'm kind of the opinion. So you guys remember when Claire just like stopped her season and is like, I'm going with Dale. I feel like that's
Yeah.
exactly what's gonna happen, which is like she's like, look, I can't do this. It's either me right now or I'm out of here. And he does it. I think he ends it. I think he ends it with Daisy and he ends it with Rachel, and that's how it ends.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's what
But
I
they
think.
have a
happens.
ceremony though.
I think they probably move it up. We'll see. I'm just throwing out a.
I know there's
Another
so
theory.
much speculation because the little preview said you think you know what happens,
But you don't.
You don't, and so we've been just kind of brainstorming. I know this whole season what happens, but I'm so excited to see that. We do only have 2 episodes left, so
Yeah.
I am curious to see if they show what happens with the note at like before or after the women tell all.
Oh my
because they
God,
did
that's gonna be
kinda
so
hint at
annoying.
that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Didn't
so
they
annoying.
hint at that at the end? They kind
Look,
of said like,
If they don't give us anything next week, I'm gonna be very upset because they didn't really give us anything this week. You know,
Yeah.
like honestly. So like, if you don't give us a little bit more story,
Yeah.
if it's just reminiscing, I'm good. Like, you know, like I need a little close, just a little. Give me some
Yeah.
closure next week.
yeah, narrow it down to 2.
I don't know if you guys look at all the girls' social media, but I was watching their socials and all of them were in LA.
Oh yeah, for
They
sure.
were all so
They
it's
were
for
all
sure that's
filming.
all. But Rachel was in LA too. So I don't know. I was kind of I don't know if he I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Well,
Maybe you're right. Maybe they show some. I don't know.
maybe they show the rose ceremony and it is Rachel that gets bounced and she's at the tell-all.
And then she's at the
Okay.
tell-all.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be fun though. It'll be fun.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
You're right. Because why would she be in LA? She was literally at the same spots that all the girls
Well,
were at. I was
Unless they
watching.
were
But what,
Unless
let me
she was
ask
just
you
hanging out with the girls.
that Rancho Cucamonga, is that where she lives? Because that's not far. It's an hour from LA, so she can go to LA anytime.
Just to hang out.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Maybe.
that's a good theory.
we're
too.
speculating over
Yeah.
here. We're speculating, having
Yeah,
fun.
I loved all the girls like little nighties that they brought too. Like I thought they were so cute.
Yeah.
Because I just think about like if I was going on that show, all the things that you would have to pack, and you have to think about all your
Suites.
gowns. You have
Yeah.
to think about like your fantasy suite, what you want to wear, if you want like a robe
How
or a
many
little
luggages are they
nightie.
packing?
I know, and I think it's only 3 or like 2 and a backpack or something. They said like
gonna
they
fit all
can't
that.
have too much.
Wow.
So
Like
and then all the
20-something dresses.
bikinis
Yeah,
and
bikinis.
it's-
Shoes.
yeah, because I mean, Kelsey, that with their boat date, they already did another date, like the polar plunge. So it's like you have to have all these different bikinis too.
Outfits.
So-
Yeah.
But all their cute little nighties were adorable. I think.
Little nighties.
Yeah.
90s. All right. Well, Daisy's
Yes.
onto Daisy. They went ATVing. What is it called? ATVing?
Yes.
I thought that was so fun.
Okay.
But then again, it's all dangerous dates. I'm like, why can't we just go to the movies and play arcade games or
no,
something?
this is right up. This date is right up. The boat date and this one is right up my
It's gonna break
alley.
their neck.
Yeah.
I love this. I would have had like the best time doing this,
Yeah.
especially like making the little sexual jokes of like, oh, let's get dirty. I think
Yeah,
she was
she's
so
funny.
funny with all that, like making these cute little jokes. And okay, so when she first walked up and they greeted each other, did you like this? Where she's like, oh, one more thing, and stops
Kisses
him
him.
and makes out with him and just kind of sets the tone like,
Daisy's
hey,
kind of freaky.
This is
dude,
well.
she is
This is where I'm going. But go ahead.
yeah.
Music
is,
video, everything. Daisy's a little freak.
she was
I'm-
really bringing the heat.
I mentioned this before when we were talking about Maria. I said Daisy picks her spots to be Freak League.
Yes.
Okay. And she's
Play the
not
song.
hiding.
Someone play the song.
It's
she's not hiding.
the classy ways.
She's
though.
in private. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
In private, I'm gonna be a little sneak link. You know what I'm saying? And like to me, that is, you know, not gonna lie, that music video really ruined it for me. Cause now I'm like, now I'm like more on the
Cringe.
you know,
Yeah.
I can't, I'm not gonna
Cringe
say it.
stuff. I'm sure you guys have something that's
She
cringy
gave
that
it
would
a
come
hit.
out.
Of
You know,
course, but like
Yeah.
I'm saying more on the promiscuous side, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, that just puts her more on the spectrum. So like now it's not as like
lady in the
cute
streets,
/ innocent,
lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets.
one of those, you know.
Yeah.
But like, yeah. One
Let's
of those,
go.
so we'll see. We'll see.
I just
Shower was hot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was
Hot.
like Daisy.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, back
She-
in the day, they used to put black boxes on.
Yeah.
But that's like what I mean. Like Kelsey, if she's the one and she's watching that, it's like, dude.
I would cry.
It's like,
I mean,
dude.
That's the show.
That's
That
the show.
Every winner has to look back and see that.
And if I
Their
was
man
the
doing that,
if I'm the guy, if I'm Joey, I'm like, babe, you know I had to do that. It was my
Yeah,
last chance.
for sure.
Sure.
I wouldn't say that if I were
But
you.
that's
'cause
the
I'd be
guy.
like, oh,
That's the
right,
guy.
right.
That's the guy inside, though. I mean, he's not gonna say that to his wife, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
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 Joey is so classy and like just so sweet. I just see him like sitting down with his future wife and saying like, babe, honey.
No.
Sweet. Like this is not, that wasn't real. You know, like I just really just
If you knew it was me this whole time, then why'd you do it?
Like because I could do it and not get in trouble for it.
Man,
Period.
that's true. Period.
Daisy's yellow like crochet outfit too, because when she started walking up, I was like, that's Daisy. Like that's
It's-
Daisy.
yeah.
The yellow with the blonde hair. That is Daisy. I don't know. That was super cute too. I loved Kelsey's and Daisy's outfits.
Very cute.
This
I mean, it's safe to
episode.
say it's one of them too at this point.
I mean, it has to be. They're both great choices.
Yeah.
Besides the music video and and the one TikTok of Kelsey that G.
Wait, I don't know about this. What are
Yeah,
you talking about? Send
that
it to me
gave
right
us
now.
the
That
cringe.
wasn't as bad as the Daisy video though.
I haven't seen it.
No, the Daisy video.
Oh,
was
you
a
haven't
lot
seen
worse.
the. Oh, the Daisy one's. All right, now I need to see Kelsey. Someone send it to me right now.
So they're both. Yeah. So they're both cringe, but at this point, they're both great choices for him.
Yeah.
I will say
Okay.
they are.
All
I
right,
think.
All right.
Yeah, so it's either I think he picks Kelsey and Daisy's the Bachelorette, or he picks Daisy and Kelsey's. I kind of
Yeah.
like Kelsey as the Bachelorette though.
I'm more on board with that
know.
than I was before.
I know.
Yeah,
I think
I
so
can
too.
see it
She'd
more.
be fun.
I see it more.
Yeah, because at first we were like, she's kind of boring, but no,
No, she's cute, she's fun.
she's fun and cute. And the voodoo doll when she like first brought it, and she can really lean into that. But
I thought she was weird with the voodoo doll in the beginning. I was like, that's freaking weird.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
loved
And
it.
then
I
now
loved
it's
it.
it's like I like her. So
Yeah.
I think she's kind of fitting into that role of Bachelorette right now. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
oh my god, what did you guys think of Sandra saying to tell Joey, "Hey, I can't wait to practice making babies with you"? I was like, ugh, like that's your mom telling you like how to sexually flirt with your guy.
Yeah.
Like
Telling
it's
you,
just a
they're-
little weird, but
She has
it was-
experience. I'm just saying. I'm
it
just
was-
saying.
You know she's 71.
oh my gosh,
So cute.
yeah.
So cute.
I think Kelsey's dad should be like
The
should try
Bachelorette?
out for Golden Bachelorette, like be on the show. Whoever is
I
the
just
Golden
really hope
Bachelorette.
they don't make it Leslie because she was such a downer and she's still like salty about everything. And I would like to see Susan, the first one.
Oh my god, she's fun.
She's fun. She's like the Kris Jenner.
yes,
She's fun. She's cute.
yeah.
It would
Give me
be-
Leslie.
You like Leslie?
Yeah.
I actually liked her. Yeah,
Okay.
No, she was. I don't know.
I liked her.
I feel like they're gonna make it one of those three because why are they bringing them three?
Right,
everywhere?
it's got to be one of those three.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Or they were already filming it and they were the only three available, and it's someone else.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did have an ad, like a commercial that said like
Golden.
try out for
Yeah.
the Golden Bachelorette, like older men. So
That's true.
maybe they're casting right now.
yeah.
So,
You never know.
and then maybe they'll film Bachelorette first and then Golden Bachelorette. I don't know, but
I think Golden will come out first.
okay.
I think. knows?
knows?
Who knows anymore? I hate everything.
Let's
my God.
wrap this up.
Well, okay,
Oh, yeah.
one other thing. Did you see or did you hear when Daisy's like, having my arms wrapped around him like is making me feel some type of way? I'm like, Daisy.
Yeah, she's a freak.
Yeah.
She's a freak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they for sure did it. Like they for sure did it.
Does she
Right?
leave that ear thing in while they do it? Do you think?
Yeah.
I mean, she can't
I'm curious.
Yeah.
she can't hear if she takes it out. No dirty
No,
talk.
she's all right. I have to make this joke, but she's definitely leaving in the cochlear implant. I had.
We're freaking we're terrible here. Like,
I'm sorry.
I
It
feel
was
like
just
it'd be,
right
like, I feel
there.
like it'd be messy to deal with.
It was
but
just right there.
I wonder
she
how.
can't shower in that, can she?
I don't know. I wonder how it feels. Like, I have a lot of questions, but I'm gonna go on her TikTok and maybe she did some Q&As
Maybe she.
and
Oh my
stuff.
god, I want to ask
Yeah.
her that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll send the question. Be like, do you leave that in during fun times or?
I mean, I would want to.
All right, man. Can we? You know what I'm saying?
All right, guys. Well, we have a fun week next week. It's gonna be the Woman Tell All. I'm so excited.
and
for
it's
all the
gonna be
gossip.
only the women telling all because I will not be here.
Maybe
We'll
we can
miss
like, phone
you.
you in.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We will miss you.
But yes, he's
Yeah.
gonna have,
Have
a fun
fun
time.
though, guys, for real.
Yes, but you'll be here for the.
Oh
No.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Finale.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm
I got to see what's happening.
So hopefully we will get we'll figure out the note situation before
Yeah.
the finale because I need
dumb.
I need a
Dumb.
conclusion.
Yeah.
But I
dude.
am so excited for Women Tell All. For
It's gonna be
Maria
good. It's gonna
and
be so good.
Sydney
Oh my god, I
and-
can't wait. Well, I already know Sydney's gonna come into this, be like, I'm sorry, I was pictured as the villain. I was like, shut up. We know what you did. I don't care. I don't want apologies. I want them to all just gang up on her.
I don't think she's gonna do that. I think she's gonna really lean in and say Maria was the bully and try to
You
get
think
other
she's
girls.
still gonna get on it?
I think so. Oh my gosh.
We'll see.
I just can't wait though, because that's a lot of people say Women Tell All is boring. I
No, this is gonna
love
be a
it.
good one.
Just spill the tea. I want to
Yeah,
know it.
It's gonna be a
I'm
good
all
one.
for it. So
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
bye.
Bye.
Hold it.